Now, I'm going to finish this one. I just put this up and it ran out, and I hope you listen to this because it's what I started out telling on the one I just put up, or I'm going to put up. I just did. Um, what can I say so you'll link it together? Uh, I'm almost afraid to say some things. I'm gonna go ahead and say it because it's true. I'm going to put. No, I'm not. I don't know. You'll just have to check it out. Okay, this one's the second video. I am going to say this. They're talking about Charlottesville. That's how I started the previous video. A year ago this Sunday, and I was living here then at the Baymont Inn in Salem, Virginia, near Charlottesville. And Charlottesville's where that Anastasia was killed. And yes, she was murdered. Absolutely. Now, here's part of the way the patterns go. I was doing the book in Marietta, Georgia in 76 till they almost killed me April Fool Day of 80. Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville by a program shooter. Later, I'm going to fast forward, leaving out all the hell where I was almost killed and everything. I'm flown out to Larry Flint's. He helped me in a special election to replace Congressman Dr. Larry McDonald, who I had written about in the book I tried to get published. He flew me out there. I'd never met him, but I knew because of the patterns his was a program shooting. So I'm going to leave it there, all right? Now, I want to get back to this real quick. Mark Kelly was just on. He's the twin to Scott Kelly. That's my son's names. Mark Kelly was married to Gabby Gifford, a U.S. Congresswoman from Arizona. She was shot in Tucson at a campaign rally, I believe, and there were 12 others, I believe, that were shot. I don't know if they were killed or part of it or what, but anyway, you can look it up. But anyway, the twins come into the patterns. So her and Mark and Scott are my son's name, and twins. I was kidnapped, brought over here, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I still have to use it. I married a Childers, so I use Peggy Ann Childers. And Carl was murdered. Both Peggy and Carl were murdered by Lina. They were illegitimate, born out of wedlock. Then you get into fast forward. I'm going to put this in right now anyway, because there's too much of this. You wonder what really is going on. Wallace Warfield Simpson was illegitimate, and she was supposed to have married my father, Edward VIII, which is a total lie. She married a double, and they took my father down with character assassination, and I was kidnapped at age 2 in 1941, and the Kennedys, JFK and his father was ambassador to England, and he was put there by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergers. My own Uncle George VI was installed. How's that? You got the Freemason Illuminati installing your your presidents have all been, but the monarch. They took down my father because he wouldn't follow their orders, so they got rid of him and my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, from Sun Prairie, Madison, Wisconsin, Georgia O'Keeffe's baby sister. Charles and Elizabeth and William and Kate and Harry, Mary, and Meghan. They're saying Meghan is the first from the United States. No, my mother was the real monarch. She was from Madison, and Meghan. There's a whole nother story there if it's told about married with children and patterns, all right? Somebody got to it on this one if it's ever told. First it has to be told. Now I'm going to get back to here, the patterns. Mark and Scott Kelly were twins, and the Gabby Gifford, the shooting, was mind control shootings. Scott was up in the space lab. When he came back down, They were identical twins when he went up. He came back down and his DNA was changed. Anyway, they're connected to NASA and all this, and now then this global push that I started out telling about this morning that the vice president is encouraging, and Trump is. Okay. When I did this to show you the links, or try to. Mark and Scott are my son's names. Twins becomes involved. I ran for Congress, and Gabby Gifford was a congresswoman when she was shot, and the 12 others shot. I don't know if they died. Anyway, and the twins, her husband's Mark, and then there's Scott that was up on the Space Lab, twins, Kelly. Now then, back to this. I came here to this right here over a year ago. And I think I came here in mid-July. I'm not sure. The 19th, I believe. And it was, well, anyway, this Sunday, which is I believe the 10th, 10th, 11th, anyway, of August, is when the shootings, when all that happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. They're going around and now destroying all the rebel, Robert E. Lee, who I think was a great general. I think George Wallace was a great man. That's the reason they took him down, because you couldn't buy his soul. They never were going to let him become president. And no, I wasn't prejudiced against anybody. But if you live my life, you see that a lot of people are prejudiced, and it was hate crimes every step of the way against me and my sons. Exactly. Now then, when I came here, and I'm going to go ahead and say it whether they want me to or not, and I may die. I've almost been killed so many times. The lady that's manages this, her first name's Heather, and I'm not going to say her last name. Okay, so you got me here where Heather is been here for a long, long time as manager. Charlottesville's where so much happened. Anastasia, my cousin, was murdered. Absolutely. You've got a lot of other things that went on there that I can't get into on this video. I don't have enough space to make it make sense. Well, it makes sense. A lot of people try to pretend it's not happening. None of this happened. It did. It is. But anyway, the girl that was killed, the car backed up on her. That was mind control. The guy in the car, that was weird if you stop and think about it and look at it. And they're showing it. That's what I was watching this morning when I put this on, and watching the vice president tell about needing space army up there. I guess it's all the aliens coming in here, or maybe it's God that comes down. They try to kill him. You want to bet? It's about the way they'd treat him if he came back and they didn't know. But anyway, Heather Heyer has been, the media is what they pick up on or they delete. Obviously, they've never told about me or about my father and mother. All this history is a bunch of bull. So anyway, she's been elevated to this historic figure almost by the media. It's coming up this Sunday, and now you got almost a war zone over there in Charlottesville. It was right close to me, about 60 miles away. But that was mind control used in the guy backing up the precision and Heather, and then hires her name, and then me being right here where I've told you, and her name's Heather, and there's more to it than that. And I guess they won't I may not have a place to live tonight or be locked up. So, it's nothing funny about it. I live in holy hell every minute. There's no other word for it. Wondering if my children are still alive and trying to live to see them one more time.